evening, everyone. Welcome to another Facebook Live, another Tea with Tea. And I hope everyone is doing really well, that you're hunkered down and you aren't going too crazy yet with being home all the time. And I don't know about you guys, but trying to get some semblance of a routine or a schedule or even knowing what day of the week it is has been one of the trickiest parts around here, and we in no way have that figured out yet. And to some extent, I'm not even trying to come up with a real set schedule. Really, just trying to have some goals for the week, some ideals, and trying to check them off as we go. And so that we have kind of expectations or a schedule, but yet flexibility because this is very different. So hopefully you guys are hanging in there as well and joining me for some Facebook Live time, a little check-in, a little connection point for us, and make sure you like or share this with other people. I will admit I have some rosé today. I'm technically on spring break this week, so there you go. This is how I'm celebrating because it doesn't feel like spring break really either. I I don't know, right? We're just kind of in this experience together. So I have a little rosé. You can have whatever. Let me know what you're having there this evening for your Monday night. And I really thought I would just kind of stick with, where we're at instead of launching right now into a yoga real specific thing, just kind of thinking about our communities right now and whatever community you are a part of, whatever communities you're in, where you're at, really, thinking about how we can be supportive of our community, be a great community member, and really thinking about small businesses. So, obviously, I have a yoga business. You're watching a live of a yoga business, and many of you, wherever you live, probably have a yoga studio that you attend. And I hope that you attend regularly. And really thinking about how difficult these times are for our small businesses. There are lots of amazing companies out there that are giving great access and free access, and a lot of times for amazing educational resources and well-being resources, free courses, free classes. There's always been a plethora of free yoga out there on YouTube. I'm on YouTube. I have some short flows on YouTube as well because I want to, be out there and give yoga and try to provide for everybody. Um, but there is a big difference between our big companies and our small businesses. That small studio that you go to in your community. And while some of the big names can give away their things because they have funding through their advertisements on YouTube, on even Facebook, that type of thing, that they're getting enough revenue from the advertisements that they can give away a ton of stuff. And that's great. I am in no way upset that they are giving things away. We are using many of those tools and resources ourselves here at home for our kids that we're now trying to help educate as well as we can, and for our own well being. But at the same time, I just want us to remember those small businesses. If you are a small business owner and you're watching, pop in the comments, tell us what your business is, what you're doing, as well as how we can support you. What are the best ways that we can help make it so that when this is over, our small businesses can come back? I have seen a lot of posts that are so sad because they say, like, hey, we're really sorry. We have to close right now and we hope to reopen. And I just think about my own community and how important these businesses are. And that I know myself, I am doing virtual yoga classes. You probably know that if you're watching this. And I can't make all of them free. I simply can't. I have insurance and I have software fees and I have all these things that I am not making money on advertisements on my YouTube. That is all just free content and I'm happy to give it. But as a small business, I can't give everything for free. And it's not because I don't want to. It's that I just can't do that and survive in the business. And I think there's a lot of small businesses out there in that same situation that they want to try to do it at the same free rate, maybe, as big companies can. And obviously, we also are still all additionally balancing the concerns of finances and our budget, and we can't just be willy nilly throwing money away. But thinking about where you are and what you could do for a small business that you really value and that you love, and that could I do this one thing or this other thing, or every once in a while do the thing they're offering to help keep them afloat. And also, it won't sink me individually as in my own finances. Like, is there kind of a balance we can find to try to really support those small businesses and yet maintain security for ourselves? And, I think, and obviously, if you guys have ideas, I would love to have you add them to the comments. But I've been trying to think about things I've seen and ideas that people have been sharing. Obviously, first, watch your favorite small businesses on Facebook. What offerings are they giving and which ones resonate with you or would be useful for you and fit within maybe a budget that you have where you could try to support them in this time. There are some small businesses out there that have nothing coming in right now that they can't replicate online or they can't come up with a way if their brick and mortar is closed. And so there's a lot of stress for them right now. And so watch to see if they have something that they're offering. Some restaurants I know are putting online virtual tip jars, or they're maybe still offering carry out. Maybe you can order every once in a while, maybe tip the carry out person since you're not eating in. Or some businesses I've seen are doing electronic gift cards where you can buy now online through their website a gift card that you're going to use later when they reopen. And maybe that's a great way that they get a little bit of cash now to help get through this time. And then you later will get to have the experience or the service or whatever. Um, you can also just message your favorite business and say, hey, I know things are rough. I saw you had to close. Like, what could I do? Is there anything that could help make sure when you reopen that things work out? Book immediately, right? Get in there, get a table or book a service. Get your hair cut, right? Like right away when they reopen. Like, make sure they're just booked up so that they can recoup and have great months once we do get back open and get back to our regular lives. And even if you say, like, I lost my job, I'm worried too. Great. Can you help somebody like write a review maybe on Yelp or Facebook or Google, or share their business page and say, hey, this is a great business in my town. Like their page, share it with others, like even or their offerings. I can't right now afford to take this class or do this thing, but maybe some of my friends could. Anything like that that I think could really help us support one another because we need our communities now. And I think we're seeing some of that in really beautiful ways. And I just hope that tonight we can keep thinking that way, and that our communities, the goodness we're seeing in in our communities, can continue when we reopen as well. That everybody's able to reopen and come back together in these spaces and places that we have grown to love over the years. So support your small businesses in this time. Take care of yourself, and let me know what you think, what ideas you have as well. Again, if you're a business owner, pop in these comments. Tell us what your business is, how we can be supportive of you, even if it's just sharing your page. So, thank you. Have a great night, and I will hopefully see you next week. Good night, everybody.